First of all, I really want to thank Jason and the American Sephardi Federation for really dealing with Kulanu and emerging Jewish communities around the globe in a very serious way. What we are doing is sort of a new idea in the history of Judaism, where people and communities are vying to become part of the Jewish people. This is new, and you know, like all new ideas, there's a fight to get these new ideas accepted, and I always compare it to Herzl. In the beginning, when he founded the state, he didn't have many allies, and he had to bang on many doors and change people's hearts. And we hope that a conference like this will change some hearts. And we hope that a conference like this makes in your mind the importance of rebuilding the Jewish people as we are building a Jewish state. So first of all, thank you to American Sephardi Federation, Jason Guberman, and I want to say, who has a vision of inclusion. And you know what? The words today are inclusion and diversity, and certainly Kulanu and the work we do is a shining beacon of how inclusion should look and should be envisioned in the world today. We are in 33 countries. I want to thank Drora, who Jason mentioned, and she's been so fabulous and helpful in holding this all together. I want to thank Jeannie Milgram, who's a star in her own name, who is my partner, I would say, in crime. I used to say a comrade in this work, but people don't like the word comrade today. But we are comrades in this battle to gain acceptance in the world mainstream Jewish community. I want to thank Molly, who from early in the morning to late at night, I could text her at 11:20 p.m. and she's responding to me. I don't expect that, but without Molly, this would not have been possible. We have an exciting program that took many months to pull together. It's an all-star program. The people who are featured here are the key players in developing Jewish communities around the world. Each one has their own special niche in this work, and it's taken many, many years and a lot of what I call tilling the soil to make these communities grow. We're talking in Africa, Latin America, and Asia, and we don't even talk about Asian stuff at this conference. It's been an extraordinary effort and many hours to plan. It's an international, global effort on many continents, actually, that made this happen. Now, so some business things. We have a table set up of handmade items from Uganda, from Ethiopia, and we encourage you to buy. We really could use the money, and the money goes to communities and the work we do around the world. We also have a sign-in sheet by the registration table, and if you want to get Kulanu emails and updates on what's going on, please give us your email address and your name on those forms. We have a whole stack of free magazines, Kulanu magazines that are old, and we'd like you to take them and see the work that we do. If we run out of the stack, we have a box full of more. So please take and feel free to distribute to whoever you want. Okay, with that, I'd like to begin the conference, and I want to introduce one of the big names in this work, one of the public faces of emerging Jewish communities worldwide. And we have the honor here to have Professor Tuda Parfit. He's the Distinguished University Professor and President Isaac Navon Professor of Florida International University. He studied at Oxford and Hebrew University, and his many books, which you can buy at Barnes & Nobles or online through Amazon, are printed by Oxford and Princeton and all the Harvard, whatever fancy press you could dream of. He has 31 books and 6 documentaries. He is the public face for lost tribes and discussions on emerging communities. His work on the genetic composition, on introducing genetic evaluations to emerging communities is part of the work that he's done and part of his contribution to this. Certainly the work that he's done with the Lemba, where they have found, it was the cover of the New York Times many years ago, they found the Cohen gene in the Lemba tribe in Zimbabwe and South Africa. So we're very honored to have him here. He's the public face for BBC, PBS, and the History Channel. And I'll never forget, a few years ago, scrolling through the channels, I came to some program on lost tribes, and there was Tudor's face. I am honored that he is considered a friend and a colleague, and he certainly has changed the way I view and understand the work that I volunteer to do. He is currently writing a book on emerging Jewish communities worldwide. He takes his little black book, or sometimes it's a little bigger, and he sits there writing notes as he talks to people. I have traveled with him to Papua New Guinea, Nicaragua, Cote d'Ivoire recently, and it's with really deep honor and appreciation to a game changer of a person, Professor Tudor Parfit.